Welcome back to Midnight Racing, and this is the brand new series of Midnight Racing itself. So, we're not going here by Japan with this one, so this is not even gonna be to try to do so, because if we're gonna be something for awards, then just gonna be pressing letter E. So, we got this for a Game Pass and other stuff, and looks like we don't have any rewards for this now, and looks like we have something for just gonna be something like this, and we just already have a level 9. So rewards, I'm gonna be claiming for this reward for my daily rewards back in right there, but I'm not going to be doing so. But everything that I'm gonna be receiving for a price, so even we're gonna be trying to do anyways. So today we're gonna be not buying, and let's review some road cars starting in Tokyo. So let's go to be for a Tokyo city. So let's get right into one of the city where I started for the first time. So let's get into the classic Tokyo itself, but not this time. Now let's get right here to the tier number 1 and tier number 2. So it must be difficulty for easy and stuff. Let's start right over here, and looks like it's probably gotta be night or something, and we got some for admin commands, and available for admin commands. What on earth that is gonna be going on out there? So if we're gonna be spawning some cars, so let's try the car dealership tier 3, which is I'm going to have getting a lot of money when I drive with some miles. So we're gonna be open some dealership and buying some road cars itself. This is why I'm using an American tuner car instead of these American muscle cars. Looks like the BH for something like this. So we're not required for doing to do this, because we are required to get right here to the dealership tier 3. So let's drive this, the Dodge Turbo Concept vehicle. So I just like this and monstrosity vehicle. So let's get it out of here. So if this old things like abandoned things, and but something like else in Tokyo right over here, so it looks like a little bit weird for the tier 3. So we're gonna be finding with some tier 2 around the map, and looks like we're gonna be finding with some navigation, some sort of stuff like that. So if I'm going for tier number 1, which is terrible for me and it's not recommended for something like that, and we're gonna be finding, and right here in tier number 2 there is the vehicle dealership tier number 2. So I suggest to jump out of the map, and let's enter the dealership right here. So we got our first kind of cells, starting with Honda Civic. Next is gonna be Toyota or something right there, and it's probably nothing notorious but something. So we got a Renault, Nissan. We need to find for another things for something like a luxury coast for just, I'm not using Mitsubishi, so I suggest to get around here and drive with some BMW itself. So this is where I'm gonna be buying for just 2 million yens for something for just like that. So I'm not able to recommending for Mercedes, so the road cars is just even like better or something, and I cannot recommend it for just Audi itself, because it's just for Argentina, BNR for just one, for just, I really don't know what it is, and I'm not gonna be buying for Subaru. And what is this? Is that Peugeot? And really, I won't able to get for buying for the Alfa Romeo, which is I cannot able to buy to do so. So which means I'm able to buy Mercedes and BMW. So let's go exit right there. So if I'm about to reset the character, I might able to get back here to the tier 3 itself for this time. And looks like we're gonna be going back and down, but I really hate it for front wheel drives as well. So but front wheel drives is gonna make it do so for unsafe things. So let's get right back here to the dealership tier 3. So let's look at some kind of other stuffs in other cars or something like that, because I'm not recommended for the tier 1 for just old kinds of terrible stuff like the BH and other times of other stuff like sometimes like this. And we're back at the dealership tier 3, so let's go enter it and see what it does. So we got the Dodge Neon right there. I cannot able to buy, but that was so weak. Now if I'm gonna be recommended, we got not the Mustang right there, so I'm unable to buy for the Ford Focus and Ford Mustang by itself, and we cannot able to buy for the Nissan things, but just Lotus. I just already own for this kind of Lotus thing, and which is probably I just already owned for a Lotus road car for just one. So if I'm gonna be buying for a Lotus Avenger or Elise, which is not kind of this one, but a little bit ugly for sometimes. But this wasn't a luxury car at all, but it's just like imported from Japan and ID World or some kind of South Asian things or just something like that. And because it takes a few weird steps or something. And probably I'm not gonna be buying with these ones. So I can afford for Ferrari Testarossa, yeah, and which means I cannot be able to do that. We still have Lamborghinis available right there until it gets removed, but it's somewhere else for just. I kind of be I able to recommend it for this one, but it's sometimes I wasn't able to get there for the Lamborghini Miera and right there, but I cannot able to afford right these cars. So I wasn't able to afford Lancia and the Audi Sports. Even I just cannot able to buy a Holden, but Volkswagen as well. And we just have any sales available for one Pontiac by itself. There must be one Pontiac GTO, but where's the other Pontiac by itself? And where's some cool Mercedes or something? So there must be weirder Mercedes or something. Looks like I need to exit right there. So I'm required to buy some other road cars or sub. The only way is to buy the BMW, but what happens if I go there in the dealership tier 1? So maybe I have to find out. Unfortunately, that's enough for this one, but it turns out it turns red, but I'm gonna be waiting for some kind of hours, but it's unavailable for something like else. But tier 1 is not going to be due to the deleted sense, but I need to turn down for the gears, and just well, that must be turning green or something. And let's go ahead and start for some city street races. And let's gonna be starting for just one now. And before that, I'm going to be doing as one as well. So we're starting for a better sports car, and we cannot able to change the rims, and we cannot able to get around here for the city long straight. I got 5.4 million yens right now, so I'm shifting down to 6th gear. I completely am so pissed out, and I just gotta be feeling a lot of weird about this because I cannot do for the tier 1 list in the dealership because that means due to the deleted sense for this one. And absolutely we're back at spawn until it was 5.5 million, and looks like we're not able to get around here, but it's so far it's gonna be fine another street races. But we're starting for just Black Alley Battle. Oh, wait a second. I need to find some street races first.